Guys, how's it going? It's Al. Week 16 recap video. I'm going to go over everything that happened in DraftKings NFL DFS for week 16 from my perspective. We're going to go over my Best Buys article, which is an ESPN Plus column that comes out every single Thursday. I'm going to tell you where I was right, where I was wrong. There were some hits, there were some misses. We'll take some L's, and we're going to have some smash emotes flowing in the chat for that one. Pretty good week in terms of Best Buys. We'll go over my high stakes lineup in daily fantasy, the one I play in the Game Changer, the $1,500 tournament. My millionaire maker lineups, I had a pretty good sweat for most of the day, but things did not completely break my way. But things started out really good for me when we figure out how that ended, as well as Rainmakers. You could tell, like, I kind of had a good week in Rainmakers. Again, we've been running really, really hot for the last 6 to 8 weeks, and it's been a whole lot of fun. So I'm glad that you guys are here once again, because the recap video, probably one of the most important videos that I do every single week, because being transparent and honest, not with you, from me, but with yourself, to really see where you're right about things, where you're wrong, where your process is good, where it was bad, knowing the difference between I got lucky here or I got unlucky here, or my process was right and just didn't work out. Those are the things that you have to focus on if you want to be a better player. So we've been doing this since 2015. We're going to keep doing it as long as I make content. So thank you guys for being here. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notifications bell, leave me a reply down below. Let me know how your holidays were and how these slates this weekend went for you. I hope that you won, and let's go.
He's a legend.
The SmizzGang Listener League for week 17 is posted. It went up early this morning. DraftKings on top of it. You guys filled it at 3,000 last week. It's 3,000 again this week. We're going to finish this season strong in week 17 and 18 with our Listener League. $10 to enter, 3 max, absolutely no rake. The best tournament that is up there on DraftKings, but it does not exist in the lobby. You got to go to smizzle.tv/links if you wanted to find the video. That is the only place you can get there. Go to smizzle.tv/links. Find the Listener League on the link tree, and while you're there, click everything else. Go follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, find all the different YouTube channels that we have, and click all of them, because there's going to be plenty of content throughout the off season. Let's go over to ESPN. Let's check out, it's an ESPN Plus piece. I know it's like the only piece of paywalled content that I do, but like, is it though? Is ESPN Plus really a paywall? Like, everybody has it. You all have Disney Plus, so like you probably have ESPN Plus. Let's start with Patrick Mahomes. It's not an L, right? 23.8 fantasy points from a quarterback is never an L, but it's not a win either. It's just kind of like there. That's his seasonal average. We didn't have a big day for him because it was very, very cold. So 224 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, also ran for once. Like, he was like kind of fine, especially if you went the complete contrarian route and stacked him with Travis Kelce, who had a big day. But you weren't going to win tournaments with him, so it is what it is. Kirk Cousins, 24.16, also fine, great for cash. 3 touchdown passes, 299 yards. It's always that heartbreak when they get 299 and don't get the 300. Like, can we get a stat correction or something? Can the devs do something and get us to 300 yards? Every day I wake up and I check Kirk Cousins and he has 299 passing yards. Bad yards. Need 1 more yard. Find it for me, please. Geno Smith, 13.2 points. He's an L. I'll take an L there. 215 yards passing, 1 touchdown, not nearly enough. Dak Prescott was awesome. 32 DraftKings points, absolute smash. That's what you're looking for when you're playing quarterbacks in tournaments. You want the guys that get you those 30 plus fantasy point days, because we know that that leads to 1 to 2 pass catchers that you can stack with them. It usually means a whole lot of scoring because it's tied to efficiency, not volume, right? He did throw the ball only 35 times, completed 27 passes, 347 yards, 3 touchdowns, also ran for 41. Huge day for him. Gardner Minshew, also 28.7. A lot of points, 4,800. He was the fill-in, like, just your cash game lineup should have come preloaded with Minshew this week. 28.7 points. 24 of 40, 355, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in this one. I believe Jalen Hurts might be back for week 17. So if you passed on this 4,800, that's a weird play. Christian McCaffrey did not pan out. I'll take an L here. 13.8 DraftKings points. Only 17 opportunities. I was not expecting that. The touchdowns went elsewhere. 15 of 46 on the ground with a touchdown. He just scores a rushing touchdown seemingly every week for San Francisco. Only caught 2 balls on 2 targets. Not enough. Derrick Henry continues his ownership of Houston, 23 for 126 and a touchdown, the 48-yard variety. Caught 2 balls in this game too, which I'm not expecting Derrick Henry's inclusion in the pass game what it's been all season with Tannehill to continue with Willis at quarterback, because just they're only going to throw it like 20 times with Willis at quarterback. So he has not looked good, but Derrick Henry did. 23.6 DraftKings points. Dalvin Cook, 7.7. I'll take an L here. That's fine. 14-64, no touchdowns, caught 3 balls on 3 targets. Not enough. Jerick McKinnon continues to score touchdowns at an alarming rate, especially considering they only had 8 opportunities in this game. 5 rushes for 7 yards, was not efficient at all on the ground. Caught 3 balls on 3 targets for 31 yards. Did happen to find his way into the end zone. That kind of salvaged a bad day. He was fine, not thrilling, not bad. 12.8 DraftKings points. Justin Jefferson is a monster, and I love him. He's the good monster, right? He's the monster from Monsters Inc. He's a good monster, not the slinky one. He's like a big, fluffy, furry, purple monster with horns. And I like him a lot because he gets 16 targets like all the time. Caught 12 balls, 133 and a touchdown, 34.3 DraftKings points. Smash. Amon-Ra St. Brown. We got unlucky here. We did. 13 targets. 13 targets again for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Only caught 7 of them. Usually he's got like 80 to 90% conversion rate on his targets to catches. Only 7 of them this week for 76 yards, no touchdowns, 14.6 points. Unlucky that he didn't have a 20-point day. Juju Smith-Schuster, he kind of sucked, but again, only 28 opportunities through the air, right? 28 attempts for Patrick Mahomes. We need that 35 to 45 attempt day, and we just didn't get it against Seattle's defense in the cold weather. Got 4 targets, not enough. He typically gets over 8. I could see him bouncing back next week against Denver, who just fired their coach. DK Metcalf, plenty of opportunities. 7 catches, 9 targets, 81 yards, no touchdown. Almost had a touchdown, but doesn't really have great control of his feet around the sidelines. So only 15.1 points, like fine, but not thrilling. DJ Moore, 19.3 points for 5.5K. That's a smash. 5 of 7 for 83 and a touchdown in a game where they scored all the points against the Lions. We're just going to keep playing passing games against the Lions. And hell, you're going to play the running game again. Just play, and you're going to stacked up Panthers, and you just printed money this week. Dalton Schultz, not enough considering how much Dak Prescott had. Only 4 targets in this game. That's disappointing. 3 catches for 43 yards, 7.3 DraftKings points. Noah Fant bailed us out with a touchdown. 9.2 DraftKings points for only 3,100. So he got there, but only on 3 targets. We got lucky that he bailed us out with a touchdown here. Travis Kelce was Travis Kelce. He is him. 6 catches, 8 targets, 113, no touchdowns, 20.3 points. And George Kittle was an absolute smash. Apparently he was only 7,00 on FanDuel. I would have played him for 7,00. We're adding commas to hundreds now. Mistake. My bad. So I screwed up here. My editor didn't catch it. 33 DraftKings points, 6 of 8, 120, and 2 touchdowns. Big smash. But also Hawkinson smashed at 4,900. So like if you had either one of those, you guys probably did very well. Cowboys were all right. The Panthers were fine, like 4 points, whatever. It was all about having the ceiling guys. So taking a look at my high stakes lineup. This was the $1,500 tournament. No, this is the $500 $1 million. It's the same lineup that I have. It sucked. It was a cold blizzardy day on Saturday on Christmas Eve, and my lineups also represented that. I got too far off the optimal in this one. So like when you're playing limited entry fields, and this one was not a limited entry field, right? So I was going after the millionaire maker, so I tried to get a little bit different in this one, more so than I do on a normal week when I'm playing like 100, either the 50-man, the 100-man, or the 200-man tournaments, the smaller field limited entry tournaments. This was a larger field, 130 entry, I think, max on this one. So I played it more like a large field tournament, even though I was only going with a single bullet. And I got way off the reservation. It looked a lot more like my first look this week. Didn't play Henry in this one. Played McCaffrey, like into a lot of McCaffrey truck as everybody pivoted to him later. My normal lineup was probably going to be the Kirk Cousins stack or the Bengals stack that we talked about in the 5 under 5, but like because this was a larger field, I went too far away, too many concentric circles away from what my cash game lineup is. Because for limited field entries, I like to build out my cash game core, and then I take that lineup and I build correlation into it through a quarterback stack, double stack, or a bring back that doesn't take me too far away from the core lineup, because when you're playing smaller field stuff, you don't have to. Now, when I'm playing the millionaire maker, I do have to get off. This is the millionaire maker. I did not win. I got like half the money, half the entries back. Not that important. That's kind of what you're going for in that spot. You're taking chances. My highest scoring lineup had 199 points in a low scoring week, finished 232nd. I was in the top 10 for most of the morning with all of my Burrow stacks. I don't know where they finished up, but like Minshew, McCaffrey, Singletary was huge at 5%. Devontae Smith continued to crush with 113 yards. Quez Watkins was the loose cannon in this one. So like the double stack got me here, but didn't get me onto another player. Slayton in this one brought it back with Hawkinson. It got me onto this. So like the tight end separators were a big thing this week. And then CeeDee Lamb as the bring back play was also key. Ravens defense for 800. Let's see if I can find a bro stack. There's Prescott, Kirk Cousins, who was our cover boy on top stacks, and that stack definitely came through. If you played the Jefferson Hawkinson stack, it just depended on you getting to like one of Richie James or Hodgins. Any of those guys did really well. London had 15 points again, came up short on the 100-yard bonus. He was in play this week. Denard Robinson caught one touchdown. Just that passing is so anemic. They just don't do anything. I'm really happy that Baltimore got flexed off of the main slate this week, because now we get the Chargers and Rams. The Rams don't have very many playable pieces outside of like Higbee, but Higbee and Akers, sorry. But like the Chargers have a lot. So like we got more options in that than like Steelers, Ravens. Put that on an island game. It's like a total of 35. Might as well be 7. Who cares? Going over to Rainmakers. I had a couple of lineups do well. On Christmas Day, I got this one finished in like 6th place because Aaron Jones did F all in this one. James Conner kind of saved me there. Same lineup, but did not have a James Conner in this one. DeAndre Hopkins did absolutely nothing. Christmas Day was pretty all right, but Christmas Eve was way better, as I pulled this Dak Prescott stack with a T. Higgins as a standalone. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's totally fine to play a running back, especially in Rainmakers, where it's only 5 guys. I can play 3 guys from the same team, and I do this a lot. You guys have seen me win a tournament with like Derek Carr, Jacobs, and Devontae Adams a few weeks ago. So like where I have these cards specifically in Rainmakers, because you have to have 2 Rainmaker tier cards to play this, and then 3 legendaries, so you're restricted by the cards that you have. I was very lucky to win this one. As you can see, Coach S, who took down the Rainmaker Championship a couple of weeks ago in New Orleans, had the same score as me. But you don't split. There's no chop in Rainmakers. Won $25,000 in this tournament. It comes down to serial numbers. And if you add up my serial numbers, usually it says right here for tiebreaker, right? If we hover over this, yeah. Events of a tie, the sum of your NFT editions numbers will be used. So like I had one less. His was 25, as you can see down there. Mine was 24. It popped up for a second. So I pipped him by 1 serial number point. So I took down 25K. He'll walk with 15K, but he won like 300K a couple weeks ago, so he'll be all right. Not worried about him. In the elite, came up just short. I mean, just short, like 25 points, but like still coming in 4th. This is the big one where 1st place. Congratulations to Jay Seal. Took down. This was a $100,000 lineup, and basically Higgins, Barkley, Hawkinson, Prescott to Lamb. Very, very, very solid. Correlation here, 1 off with Higgins. Congratulations to him. My lineup very similar. Henry, I went with the superstar running back. Prescott, Lamb, brought it back with AJ Brown, had Hawkinson in this lineup kind of as a one-off play. Really solid day. Really, really, really solid weekend. Hope that you guys had a winning weekend. Let's take a look at the Listener League and the winners there. Levi Hill, congratulations with 205.26. Cousins, Jefferson, Hawkinson, Richie James. Singletary unfortunately had Christian McCaffrey in this one, but it didn't matter. Went with a 2 tight end set. As we said, 2 tight end was more viable this week because of the $4,000 to $5,500 tight ends had way more ceiling than the guys that were at wide receiver in that range last week. I'm glad to see that he profited from that. Got absolutely nothing out of his defense. It really did not matter because he had the separator at tight end. This really is what gave you the biggest chance to win. If you coupled that, look at this. Easy, easy, easy. And then 33 points from his flex. Congratulations to him. RPD 123, Old Rat 14 with a Cousins stack, Cousins double stack as well. Also double tight end with Kelsey in the flex. Eugene Krabs, Cousins. Daniel Jones for Jay Mowry in 5th place. A lot of 200s in this one. AJ Forevers 3-4. Congratulations to you with a Minshew stack, Kirk Cousins stack for Trent Riley. BTH Rock went with Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Dalton Schultz. Also had a tight end in flex. And Red to Go 369 with Minshew, Devontae Smith. Brought it back with CeeDee Lamb. Had the Croc Hunter. The Croc Hunter Irwin, not Irvin, had a 2 touchdown day. Almost had a 3rd one as well. So congratulations to all the winners. Hope that you guys did great. We'll see you next week. Look for another video right there.
He's a legend.